certain major things. Those are, basically, you should know the fundamentals of animation. Those are, like principles of animation and all you should know. Okay. Um, let us discuss regarding that, and as well as I'll be starting um, mm, animation in Maya as well. Basics of animation also I'll do. So I think this week, uh, see this week, I think today we will do animation basics. So if possible, Saturday we'll have a class. Then next Tuesday also we'll have class regarding animation. Okay, and Thursday, any doubts are there, we will clear all those doubts. Okay, so then from third, I think third you will be having exam. Okay, this is already communicated. Okay,
Yes.
so fine. Okay, fine. So what I want you to refer is, so anyhow in 2D animation you have known what are the principles of animation, what are the fundamentals of animation, all those things. You have gone through that, but still I'll be, just explaining you all how it is. So in YouTube, what you can do, you can uh, just when you can search principles of animation. Principles of principles of animation. Okay. So there are so many different principles of animation. Means basically 12 principles of animation are there. Um, let let's open this one. So you have to refer a couple of videos so that you will understand. Okay. So 12 principles of animation were introduced by Disney animation animators Ollie Johnson, Frank Thomas in their book The Illusion of Life. Okay. Mm,
Yes.
and 12 principles of animation, there is another author. Okay, his name is Richard Williams. Okay, you can refer his version of explanation also, Richard Williams. And there is a PDF called Animators Survival Kit. The Animator Survival Kit. I will share the PDF, through WhatsApp, so you can refer that. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. The first one. Just a minute. Okay. The first one is squash and stretch. Okay. Normally, any animation video, this will give kind of a feel, a live feel. Okay. So squash and stretch has to be there. If you have seen, means any animation you see, or else even ourselves. Okay. Um, when we stand, when we sit, our abdomen part, or like our um, spine part, there is a squash and stretch. Okay. So all living organisms, all living things have this all principles, or all these things are involved, means knowingly or unknowingly we are performing these actions. Okay, squash and stretch has to be there in our movements. Second is anticipation. What is anticipation? So the action before the main action. Simple. If I'm saying to explain a very simple thing. Okay, or in another way, prepare the audience for action and increase the realism of action. Okay, sometimes used to heighten the suspense of a scene. For example, uh, let us consider, you know the action is, the animation we have to do is, or let us assume ourselves, we I mean, you want to throw a ball. You have a ball, tennis ball, and you want to throw it. So throwing, okay, releasing ball from your hand is the actual action. Okay, but what is anticipation?
Yes.
You take your hand to backwards and you throw. When you when you automatic when you take your hand towards backside, so the audience very clearly understands that, okay, you are going to throw something, either it is a stone or ball or tomato, whatever. Okay, so it's like that. That's anticipation. And it can be on multiple things also. For example, if you want to run, running is an actual action. Before running, you are getting ready for, for running. The pose, the gesture, those, that's called anticipation. Okay,
Yes.
so you will get these questions in the exam. Squash and stretch is the first one. Second one is anticipation. Arc. This is arcs. Okay. The third is arc, and detailed animation with, performing arc and all. You will be learning in fourth sem. Arc. We the motion happens, no, when we walk, the action happens, no. Uh, it Our hands, or the way when we walk, it performs an arc, actually means it forms an arc. For example, um, okay, just raise your index finger. Okay, you look at your index finger and just bend it. Okay, you bend your index finger or middle finger or whatever, little finger. Okay, so it forms an arc. When you do that, it forms an arc. Similarly, you turn your head, means you rotate your neck like this, like this, it forms an arc. Arc is nothing but a curve. You raise your hand, it forms an arc, kind of S curve will be there. So you walk, you performance, it forms an arc. Okay, so humans and animals always move in arc. Arc increases the realism of subject's action, means you get a realistic feel. Okay, so this is bouncing ball animation. So this we will do. This is ease in, ease out. So what you see is ease in, ease out. Ease in, ease out. It also can be called as slow in, slow out. Okay. For example, uh, when you throw a ball, you know, so to upside, so automatically ball will reach to some extent. The force will stop. Then again, the force will be in reverse. That is towards the ground because of gravity. It comes faster. It hits the surface, then again goes up, and that force will, ease slow in will be there. Ease in will be there when ball reaches up. When ball reaches the surface, that's ease out. Okay, slow out is nothing but it's fast. Okay, so this is slow in, slow out, or ease in, ease out. Okay, for example, um, truck, bus, car, when these vehicles, uh, you know while it starts, okay, while it starts moving, it's ease out. When it is starting to move, it's ease out. It's nothing but slow out. Means slowly it started moving, and it is picking up its throttle. It's becoming faster. The speed is gonna increase. And when the car or train or truck, whatever, it's when it is stopping, so ease in, that means slow in, means it is getting slow. The velocity or the speed is getting reduced. Okay. The subject
Yes.
needs time to slow down and speed up. Drawing between two extreme poles provides the subject with greater realistic movement. Okay. So while we work on the examples, you'll understand more. That's the fourth one, going slow. Timing. So this is appeal. Animated characters need to be captivate audience. Complicated character faces and lack of symmetry often make it difficult for audience to connect. Appeal. Our character or the pose has to be really good to attract the audience. Means got it. We have to capture the attention of the audience, so that the pose has to be good, the appealing has to be good, the presentation has to be good. So that's what it is. So whenever we do any sort of animation, um, we have to focus on the initial poses, how we are setting up the initial poses. Okay, that's appeal. Timing. More frames create slower action, wishless fewer frames create faster action. Okay. So timing creates emotions in the animation. For example, you're working in your room, the door is closed. Just imagine, you're working in your room, the door is closed. So the door is on your right side. When you assume on the right corner the door is there, you have to turn, means rotate your neck to right side. Assume from looking straight to 45-degree you have to rotate, or something like that, 90-degree you have to rotate, then only you can see the door. Assume the situation is something like this. If uh, someone, your siblings or someone, suddenly opens the door, okay, it's kind of very fast. So how is your reaction? Will you turn your neck, or will you rotate your head slowly or fast? It's faster, because you are reacting very quickly. Why? Because someone has opened the door, or very quickly, means it's very faster. That is one sort of emotion. Okay. Now
Yes.
let's think of another situation. Same thing. Now it's you are working in the night, and it is already 1:30 or 2 o'clock, 2 a.m. in the early morning. Okay. And the door is closed. Door very slowly someone is opening. So that's kind of cracking sound or door opening sound is there. So how do you turn? You rotate your head, very slowly, because that's another type of emotion. Got it? So we
Yes.
have to observe all this. See, the action, the animation is same. So the person, we are just rotating our head towards right side. That's it. This is the only animation. But because of timing, the emotion will change. One is very faster. One is, it's scary. Okay, in the midnight, 2 a.m. someone is coming. Someone is knocking the door. So you are rotating your head, something like that. So timing creates a lot of emotion. Okay, so this is one part. So how do I increase timing, or how do I speeden up my animation? It's very simple. Normally 1 second is having 24 frames or 25 frames, we can decide whatever it is. So The same action, if you're doing in lesser frame, your animation is faster. The same action, if you're doing in more number of frames, your animation is slower. Okay, simple.
Yes.
Solid drawing. So this adds weight, volume, 3D illusion to the object or subject. Okay, solid drawing. Um, in 2D, you can call it as solid drawing. In 3D, it's view, means the gesture you can call, or kind of look and feel. Okay. Uh, okay, gesture is nothing but, like different poses. The gesture has to be really good. Okay, so always make sure you don't keep your character. When we render, we should not render exactly in front view or side view. We have to give some perspective view, so that the character or whatever object we are rendering, whatever we are animating, okay, those things,
Mm.
um, you can, I means the audience can identify volume, a form, or a shape, clear shape. If it is a exact front view or side view, it's a two axis, 2D axis. Okay, we should have it in 3D axis. Okay, that's solid drawing. So this is another example. Dimensions. Okay, um, got it. Now what you see, this is exaggeration. What is exaggeration? Let's see. Presents the physical feature or elements of a character in an exaggerated form. Exaggeration is nothing but doing something more. Uh, for example, all cartoons, whatever you see, the animation of cartoons are exaggerated. It's not realistic. For example, Tom and Jerry. Okay. Um, you can see a lot of violence is there in that animation. Okay, normally people will, we love looking at those animation, those type of animation, because it's funny. Okay, but it is exaggerating a lot. Okay, for example, if you see the Incredibles part 1, part 2, the female character in that, she is an elastic girl. The hand or leg or the body, it exaggerates a lot, which is highly impossible in real life. Okay, but that's called exaggeration. Okay. Normally within our friend circle also, so of course you will be having a lot of friends. Okay, so we can, we'll go for parking and all. Okay, so just a minute. I'm another call. I'll call you. Okay. So no, so what I was saying is, like we'll be having our friend circle. So among our friends, one person or two-person will be there, like they talk a lot. Okay. And whenever they explain anything, uh, assume they have gone for a trip and they came, or they have gone for some night out or party. And when they are explaining, things, means the experience, they exaggerate things. So that's an example which I'm giving. So obviously, so one, anyone, like among your, friends group, your family group, someone will be there who does these things, exaggeration. So you can relate that what is exaggeration. Okay, but this has to be there even in animation. For cartoon animation, definitely exaggeration is required. Yeah, this is very important. Pose to pose animation. Okay, works for highly emotional and dramatized scenes, involves drawing or poses and a few keyframes for each action, followed by filling in the intervals. Okay. Assume from school, from Advanced School of Information Technology, from your classroom to the entrance gate, you have to go. Okay, assume this is the animation. uh, Later, like in the next sem, we will be importing a character with rig. We will be animating all that. Okay, so we can create some scenarios also like this. So now just imagine. So you are sitting in the classroom now. That is one pose. What you are sitting in one pose. Assume in front of you there is a camera. Always that the camera is the one which we capture the frame here in Maya. Assume like that. Okay, the one which you're sitting is pose one. Let's take a photo. You stand, you take another photo, means that's another pose. From there you start to walk, another pose. You cross the door, another pose. So from your shoulder shot, okay, or the camera is behind, you're walking, and there is a staircase or a lift, you're going towards lift, that's another pose. Like these are different poses we have to capture. Those are called pose to pose animation. For an animator, for a key animator, for a senior animator, once the senior animator does pose to pose animation, then the junior animator, he'll understand, okay, this is the first pose, the pose has to be something like this, and frames also has been given, that's how he will animate. Okay, that's pose to pose animation. So anyhow, you will be learning more and more in animation in Sem 4. Staging. Staging, always first impression is very important. Okay, first impression. uh, when you want to let's say when you're looking at watching any movies, assume if the first shot, the first 10 seconds or first 1 or 2 minute video, if that's not good, means you will not have interest to watch the entire movie. That's how it is. Okay, so okay, so that's what it is. Communicates the primary mood, action, or idea of a scene. Animators Johnston and Thomas defined it as the presentation of any idea so that it is completely and unmistakably clear. Means when you do the staging, it's very clear to audience what action is going to happen. Like that kind of clear it has to be. So we will definitely do all these things, in animation while working. Okay, that's staging. Secondary action, emphasize and support the primary action of a subject whilst whilst providing scenes with greater life. Okay, secondary action are very important when there is a primary action. Okay, now I'll tell you. For example, squirrel. Simple example I'm giving. A squirrel. When you're animating a squirrel, squirrel hands, leg movement, neck movement, everything you are doing, it is cracking a nut or something. Okay. The second, so from one, you know, it's on a branch, on a tree. Okay. From one branch to another branch, it has to jump. Assume this is the scene. So when the squirrel jump scene you have done, when the squirrel is jumping, we have to remember that the tail is also animating. As per the jump, the tail also animates. Okay,
Mm.
that's a second reaction. Now, let's take an example of a female. Um, a female character, a female person. Let's assume her Michelle. Her name is Michelle. So Michelle is, she's running. Okay, morning walk or morning. she's doing some workouts, she's a athlete, and she is doing jogging. When she does that, the hair, okay, as per the body movement, that is animation, primary animation what we do. But the hair which moves along with head, as per the rotation of head and all, that's a secondary action. And clothes, the costumes what we wear, assume there is a tie, person is wearing a tie. When he walks, the tie moves, or the coat, or a suit, okay, a little movement will be there. Those this second reaction will give a greater scene actually. Okay, so that's a second reaction. So we have to keep in mind while we do the animation. Follow through. Okay, follow through is also kind of similar to secondary action. Okay, this refers to parts of the subject that continue to move after a completed object. For example, the movement of the hand after an object has been thrown. So I give an example. Uh, Follow through. Assume you are throwing a ball. After you throw, your hand won't be there only. Assume right now, just do an action. Just imagine you have a ball in your hand. Just throw. Throwing means the ball which releases from your hand. That's where the animation is done. But follow through, you have to the hand has to come back to its original position, right? That's a follow through. Or else football. Okay, so you are kicking the football. After kicking the football, your body has to settle, right? So the settling position comes as follow through. Okay, so this is another example.
Yes.
So like that. Okay, I want you to refer lot and lot of principles of animation. Okay, I want you to, that's what, refer more and more principles of animation, so that you'll understand what are the things, uh, main principles you will understand, 12 principles, and other foundations you will understand. Okay, there's something called the animators kit, animators survival kit. This is a book by Richard Williams. Okay, this is kind of bible for animators. Okay, um, just hold on, hold on. Okay, so just check this. This is Richard Williams Animator Survival Kit. What I'll do, I'll say I have a PDF version of this book. Okay, so I'll be sharing this book to you, means with you all in group. So download, if possible, you can have a printout of this, and this is gonna be very useful. And all the big production studios, they have this book, and if any doubt is there while working on animation, everyone will refer this. Okay, so I want you to have this. Got it? So
Yes.
so let's do one thing today. I want you to just run through this principles of animation, fundamentals of animation. Okay, I want, this is kind of an activity where I want you to just watch and learn. Okay, more and more watch and learn. Okay, so what I'll do, um, next, I'll be starting animation in Maya. Okay, whatever 12 principles we have seen, no, we will implement all those 12 principles into the animation here. Okay. So as I was communicating, next class we will have Saturday. Okay. Then animation, next class animation I'll do again. 24th I'll do animation. Okay. Then 26th, if any doubt is there, I will help you out to solve all your doubts. 26th, and if you want we can have 28th. Third is your exam, so I'll not conduct any class on first. Third is your exams. Okay. Unless if anything changes. Now as for now, third is exam. Okay. Any doubts are there, guys?
No.
Okay, then I'll share this video. Okay, recorded video. Um, so let me know if you have any doubts. Okay. So all the best. Be prepared
Okay.
for exam. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you, guys. We'll end this call today. So we'll connect on Saturday next. Hmm?
All right, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Bye. Have a good day.
Bye.